So, I wanted to film another video. This is like one of my only off days that I've had. So I wanted to film a video for you guys, duh. My plan is, I have been hearing a lot about this brand Joa from CVS. So I want to go to my CVS, see if they have Joa. Hopefully they will. And then I want to go get some Starbucks. I'm here. I'm gonna try and film in here. I don't know if I'll be able to or not, but hopefully I'm not gonna get kicked out because that's gonna hopefully I won't get kicked out. I'm gonna try and film in here. I'm gonna be really embarrassed if I get kicked out. But let's go ahead and see if they have Joa. So I don't see Joa, but I do see LA Girl, which isn't really a brand that you can find that frequently. So I mean, like, might have to get some of this, you know. I do need some new brow stuff, but I want to find Joa. I'm gonna find it. Put it into the universe that it's gonna be here. So it's gonna be here. The universe is not looking out for me. They don't have it. I just asked. So I think I might look at the LA Girl stuff and see if they have some things there that I want to try. So I got some Pro Conceal from LA Girl because I've used like a darker shade as contour, but I haven't used the lighter shade for like underneath your eyes and highlighting and everything like that. So I went ahead and got the lightest shade that they offered. It doesn't really look that light to me, and it looks kind of peachy. I'm gonna run over to Walgreens. It's right across the street, and I know that they have like some really good sales going on right now. Twas a success in Walgreens. I love Walgreens. Like, I don't know, I just feel like they just have the best like makeup there. Like, I mean, it's a little bit more pricey than like Walmart or Target or something, but like, I just got this brush collection, 10 brushes, $15. So yeah, I'm gonna go give me some Starbucks because I need some, and then we're gonna do our makeup. Then we're gonna beat our face.
Don't come out the house, cause the gang outside. 13, got my first.
This is the first time I heard this song, and I am. Savage and Metro Boomin. Okay, I see you. Hey guys. Okay, so I just got back. I got my Starbucks caramel macchiato, iced, of course, venti, duh. Let's do our eyeballs first. Our eyeballs, because I'm really trying to try out this concealer. So, I should probably do brows first. Let's do brows. Okay, so I am getting a little too excited over here. Is this just like a whole Wet n Wild face today? It pretty much is. So I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil, and I am going to just fill in my brows. So I'm using the kind of pointier side. It's like a little triangle. So I'm gonna use the pointy side to make a line. And then I'm gonna go in like little upwards motions, and then create like a little outline for my brow. And I like to, when I'm doing my brows, like keep brushing it through with the spoolie, because like now you can see I have this big open space, but before then you couldn't really tell. So if you do this, you're going to ensure that you get everywhere, and you also brush the product through your brows a lot better, so you're not left with like really thick, waxy areas, because it's all kind of dispersed evenly throughout your brow. And you're Gucci. I'm going to go get me a moisturizer so I can moisturize my skin before I start doing all the magic and stuff. So let me go grab that real quick and I'll be back. I ran when I went to go get these. I recently started working for Clinique and they gave me a few samples to try out. I'm going to use the Moisture Surge 72-hour hydrator today, but I also have the new jelly that they have that's also a hydrator. So you could use either one. I feel like I'm always wearing this hoodie in my videos, but it's just like such a good like thick hoodie, you know what I mean? You know when you just have those certain hoodies that you just always gravitate towards. It's like you just always want to wear them. So, like I told you guys in the car, I got the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer, and I got the shade Porcelain, which was the lightest shade that they offered in the store. But like I said, it's kind of like really yellowy. I know a lot of people like to use this as an eye primer. It just kind of helps your eyeshadows like stick a lot easier. And I know some people like will use this brush to carve out their brows, and that's why they like using this concealer, but I don't really know if I like it. This is the brush set. One of the brushes is missing, so I guess somebody's bank account was running low and they had to grab it. I'm gonna use this one. Okay, so I like it. It is like pretty much my same skin color, so I'll probably still have to use another highlighting shade, but it's fine. I feel like I've been using the Jaclyn Hill Vault and the P. Louise like in every single video, but like I just haven't really gotten any new eyeshadow palettes, and so that's kind of just what I've been working with here. Oh, we'll use this. I haven't used this in a minute. This is the Morphe Nightmaster palette. Let's go into goals. So I'm gonna use goals right here, and I'm gonna use another brush from that little brush set and stick it in my crease. Now, depending on your eye shape, the crease shade is where you're really going to start with the shape of the eyeshadow that you want to do. So I'm just going to do kind of a rounded shape today, but like I said, depending on your eye shape, different techniques are going to make your eyes seem differently. So like if you are more mature, you might want to go for a shape that's more cat eye, that kind of goes up like this, because then it's going to give you like a lifted effect. I'm going to go into the color Illustrated right here. So I'm going to take it, ooh, and I'm just going to use that same brush that I used to blend out my concealer. If you can kind of feel it falling onto your face, a little trick is spraying it with some kind of mist. It can really be water, setting spray, anything. I've used hairspray before. So now I'm going to take the color Hello. I'm going to use like a little brush like this, but you can use a bigger brush like this, or if you want it to be really like dark and dramatic, you can use a packing brush like this that we used for the lid. It's whatever. So I'm actually going to do that just to show you guys. Just take it and then pack it onto this outer part. Now, depending on how smoky you want to go, you can keep it right here, or you can take it in a little bit more and take it up a little bit more. You can go in with that first brush, and the first brush that you have is probably still going to have a little bit of the product on there. And then now, I don't know if you guys can see, but this is like, there's no pigment over here. It's just, so I'm going to just slightly, very lightly use the edge of my brush and just, that's my favorite word to describe blending, diffuse, because then you can just kind of imagine it like just, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna do my face. I'm just, let's just stick with the Wet n Wild theme. So I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Golden Beige. You guys know that I love this foundation. If you don't know, I love this foundation. It does smell like paint. Like straight up like Valspar. Is that the name of the brand? Valspar? I don't know, something like that. Paint, like the one with the little polar bear on it. That's what this smells like. But, beauty is pain. So I'm just going to use this. The reason why I like this is because it's like a really light kind of feeling. It almost feels kind of silicone-y when you're applying it. It's just super blendable, but it gives you like your skin like a really pretty finish. It's like medium coverage, but you can build it up a little bit. And I'm going to use this brush. I already have a Wet n Wild foundation brush that I love. Looks like this. It's probably like the same. This one's obviously really dirty. So we're going to try it out and see if I like it the same. So if you are using a foundation that's a little bit different than your skin color, which, let me just clarify something. I don't think that there's anything wrong, with matching your foundation to your more desired skin tone. Because, there will be women that come into Clinique and they're like, I'll foundation match them. It'll be a perfect match. And they're like, oh no, I like pasty. I'm like, okay, girl, then I guess you're pasty because that's your right color. If you want a little bit of a darker color, you want to look a little bit more bronzed, then go for it. You just have to make sure that you're blending it into your ears and into your hairline. I'm going to just use the leftover product just so that there's not any lines. Concealer time. So I'm going to use the same concealer, that Pro Conceal from LA Girl. And since that foundation was darker, this is probably... I'm actually probably going to be able to highlight with it anyways. And what I like to do is let my concealer kind of sit underneath my eyes for a second. What that's going to do is allow for the liquid products in the concealer, the liquid ingredients, to kind of dry up a little bit, and then you're left with a lot more pigment in it, so you're going to get a fuller coverage. When you're highlighting, I like to just kind of stipple it, because you put it in that area for a reason. So you don't want to move it around a lot because you don't want all this to be highlighted, you feel me? If I want to be super extra, I can keep letting it sit there and do my contour and everything, but I just feel like blending it out. So I'm going to go ahead. And I go all the way up to my lash line because then, you're kind of priming it for the eyeshadow that you're going to do after that. And then I'm going to highlight right here because that foundation's making it look a little dark right here. And the beard look is not what I'm going for today. Perf. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, I learned this trick from JuicyJas here on YouTube. I love watching her videos. You kind of let the under eye concealer sit for a minute and then you go in and set it. And pretty much, it's just going to help, kind of similar to why I let it sit underneath my eyes anyways. It'll just kind of dry up a little bit, and you're not going to have as much, excess amount. And then you can set it into place. And, I feel like, what other product should I use than the Pro Conceal? So this is in the shade Toast. This one is in the shade Porcelain. I'm going to use my Maybelline Fair concealer just right here on this inner part. And I don't really feel like sitting here and waiting for that, so I'm just going to buff it in, or kind of stipple it in. Again, when I'm doing a smoky eye, I like a really sculpted face just because I feel like if you're going to go all out with the eyes, you might as well go all out with the face too. So this one's a really dark color for my contour, but we're keeping the LA Girl and Wet n Wild theme here, so. You just put it underneath your cheekbones. You can actually feel where your cheekbones are. You can feel where it dips in. Wherever it dips in is where you want to do the contour. Or you can just take your ear and pull it back like this, and then you'll be able to see the dip also. And then I'm going to just put a little bit on my nose here because I have a very oddly shaped nose. I am not a nose contour professional, okay? I'm not JD Wadey 180 over here. Oh, I forgot how quickly this concealer sets in. Oh, blend. I'm gonna use my Coty Airspun powder and then I'll also go right up under my contour. So while that is there, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more underneath my eye actually, just because I'm about to do our eyeshadow on the lower lashes, and especially with dark colors, they will fall. I'm gonna go in with the color Goals. I'm gonna use a smaller brush just because it's a smaller area. I'm gonna take it all the way in, but like I said at the beginning, take into consideration the look that you're going for. What do you want your goal to be? I'm gonna use this brush and wipe it away. If you have super oily skin, you might want to go in and just make sure everything is powdered like everywhere, but I don't have oily skin, so. See, I just always feel like my contour is too harsh, and then I blend it out, and then I'm like, why did I even do it? It didn't even make a difference. I'm gonna use my Rimmel Natural Bronzer and go in with that. Do I wanna go in this? Yeah. I'm gonna go in with that same brush and just get some of it on there. And just apply it here. Use this Makeup Revolution matte blush powder in the shade Nude. I'm going to use this other brush. Just pick up a little bit. I have been living off of this Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighter for like way too long. So today, I got another one. Like, first of all, just look at the beauty. Look at the beauty of it. So you can use a fan brush. I've never really been that into fan brushes though. Like, I don't know, they're just too flimsy. So I'm gonna use this one. It's like it looks like a gigantic crease brush. Pick some of it up. Some of it, pick all of it up. A little spritzer or two. Life. I'm just not feeling this nose contour, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of my foundation brush and just buff it in a little bit. It was just getting a little too crazy for me. So I have this little mini sample of the Nars Climax mascara, and I really like this mascara. Every time I'm not doing false lashes, I make sure to curl my lashes. So really, you should be doing it even when you're doing false lashes too, but. And don't forget about these little inner lashes, these little baby lashes. They can make a big difference on really just making them look full, you know? So this is Bare to Comment Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner. And then I'm just gonna, I kind of like to overline, you know? And I'm just gonna, you know, let's just throw in a lipstick. So I'm gonna use the Jordana Modern Matte Lipstick in the shade Matte Blush. Oh, I can't even find a gloss. Okay, oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on my next one. Just kidding. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you subscribe, click the red button below. Also, you can hit the bell notification so that you can know every time that I upload a new video, because I know you really want to see that. Yeah! I love you guys so much. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and I will see you in my next one.